and welcome back to Buried. I know everyone's probably expecting me to be playing Limbus Company, but that's tomorrow, because I'm not staying up till fucking 2 a.m. beating that fucking shit. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So, last time on this, Woden and Jove from their logging company found an underground super bunker where they met Marcus, a cocksucker. He ran off and don't worry about him. And we found good old Doc Natalie. So, how do we sum this up really fast, Treas? We met horrible abominations of light that turn you into Gary's Mod Ragdoll hell. And we need to go deeper because Jove's currently fucking dying. Pretty much if you've ever read like a creepypasta where they go into an underground, like normal people go into a government bunker and find spooky shit, it's pretty much that. Except our spooky shit is Gary's Mod Ragdolling. And naturally, to help us overcome eldritch abominations from beyond the stars, Treas has crawled out of my sewer drain.
Yes!
Treas, how is it you crawl out of the sewer drain? I specifically dump a bucket of fucking feces down there and you come out spotless. How?
Yes!
But like I pour it on you as you're coming out and you just stare at me, unblinking, and you're just spotless. How? So anyway, that's why I put Treas in our drawer count in our fucking desk drawer to hopefully contain her for at least 10 minutes. As long as nobody, as long as nobody brings out any cheese, should be fine. Anyway, so, last time we came into this government facility, we, objectives, get to the bottom because a colonel in charge of this, anyway, we need to get Jove medical attention because she's bleeding out. Only place that would have that is the bottom of the facility with Colonel we found a guy named Marcus as well. He was crazy, an asshole. He basically ran off and alerted the enemy. Hopefully he's fucking dead. But yeah, we need to get to the Colonel, get Jove some medical treatment, get the fuck out of this place. Oh, and if we can, find our most definitely dead co-workers. Because hell, if they ain't dead, they're gonna wish they are. Because, chat, these monsters we're fighting. Treas, do you remember what these monsters are?
Shapeless abominations that keep changing every 5 seconds because of how it the mind is being like, I want to decide this, no, it's not that. This, no, nothing makes sense. I must not okay.
Well put. But worse, though, is that these things, once they go through something, starts warping and changing out. They go through a door, the door may be... We keep saying Gary's Mod Ragdoll, because one guy was literally fused to the ground, his mouth opened in terror as he was most definitely dead. Steel beams that were supposed to be normal are now jagged and twisted into other shapes, in other materials. They are quite literally bending our reality. They came out of the ground near our logging site by devouring the soil in front of them. Remember that, Treas? The soil wasn't displaced, it just stopped being. So I don't want to know what happens if these things touch us, but it also seems like shooting them wasn't going to work. So, thankfully, chat, resource-wise, we have an injured left eye, which means shooting might be a bit difficult. We have a hard hat, an M16, still with all of our ammo, we didn't waste any. And that's about it. And we're with Jove and Dr. Amy.
At least you got some sort of bandage.
I do. I do. Anyway, the ride.
I mean, you gave the bandages to the person.
Oh. The ride up the elevator is tense. Take a series of deep breaths, doing everything I can to stay in control. Natalie is back on her feet, but her head is pressed against the elevator wall as she suppresses a series of sobs. Right, yeah, moments before Marcus and Amy went off to, like, open the door so we could get down to the colonel, and then Marcus tried to strangle her to death because we gave Amy the gun. Thank fucking Christ we gave Natalie the gun, because Marcus was ready to kill her after learning that she was part of the experiments. Even though she very clearly is low down the chain, and also probably didn't want to get everyone killed. You know, I kind of get that feeling. I found myself trying to remember the way those creatures looked, but my mind seems to shudder at the effort. I've seen something that is an impossibility, a mockery of what I know is real. Something with a terror that dwarfs everything else I felt since discovering the facility. Try to focus my mind on something else and remember fucking dickhead's threats. Wonder if we'll see Marcus again. I say, mostly to myself. Do you think Marcus got away from those things? I fucking hope not. I think we can all agree. Fuck Marcus. Now you can remember why us and Bluesy were saying we're gonna save a bullet for him. I hope not. Hope he fucks off. Me too, she says, looking at the ground, her arms folded. So, how did you end up here? She gives a pretty nervous chuckle. I used to work with the Pentagon. You know, actually, Treas, canonically, I could imagine Natalie working with the Pentagon. Imagine super spy Natalie. Imagine how much of a goon she'd act, and everyone would just believe, like, well, she can't be a spy, because no spy would be that goddamn obvious. It was some pretty upper echelon stuff that I still can't discuss. So I assume this place is even more upper echelon? Woden asked, ready to fucking deck God. This place isn't even on the scale. My other job was a cakewalk compared to this. Then why stay? Because the money is ridiculous. I have a 13-year-old daughter already talking about Harvard. You do the math. Damn! Oh, now I feel bad. She has kids. I don't know which. Any other kids? No, I'm like, this is important. So if it's not important stuff, I'll let Woden take over on those. She would. This is very important. No, just the one. Her dad split on us when she was 3. I never remarried, so no siblings for her. We've only gotten one, but the one I got is amazing. Maybe Natalie pauses before continuing softly. What if I never see? Oh god, so remember I said only Jove or Natalie's coming out of this alive?
Yeah.
Maybe we can save them both. There might be a chance. There might be. But I'm pretty sure at some point we're gonna have to make the choice. And, oh no. Oh dear. Her voice breaks off. The word's too terrible to say. Her eyes filled with tears. The elevator comes to a stop, the slight ding of it interrupting the moment. Natalie hastily wipes away her eyes, and we waste no time getting back inside the command center. Oh, right! We're not going back to Jove. We still need to get to the command center. We had to push forward, because if we don't open the door, we all die anyway. So I'm just hoping Jove's holding the line out there. Hey, Jove. Bleeding out, pale, and basically dead. You're still a bear. You can still fucking maul godless, hell, angel entities, right? You'll be fine. I readied the rifle. Suddenly certain that there are more of those creatures waiting for us on the hallway at the second level. But the way is clear, allowing us to haul ass to the command center. Once again, I find myself staring at the screen that shows my ruined worksite. Okay. Natalie typing out commands rapidly. It can't be that hard. I keep peeking over my shoulders. My senses feeling as if the monsters are sneaking up on us mere inches away. I think of Jove and wonder how she's faring back on level 3. She's safe? I'll fucking hope so. Look at the screen to see that Natalie has found what she was looking for. On the screen it says, override of hangar bay doors and all level 3 locks requires clearance code. Natalie types in a number with shaking fingers. The screen goes black for a moment. The moment the words "override confirmed" come up on screen, Natalie jumps up from the chair and heads out of the room. We have to be quick. We have exactly 20 minutes to open those hangar doors. What happens after 20 minutes? What happens after 20? The locks will kick in again. Security measures. I couldn't do anything about it. Oh. So we get there in 20 minutes, Treas, or we don't get in. I follow her out of the command center and bound back up the hallway towards the same elevator that brought us here. Natalie punches in the elevator button. The door slides open. We're taking the same elevator back to the biochem room? Those creatures are still down there. It's the only way back down. The other way is blocked by those hydraulic doors we pulled. Hopefully the creatures left. Oh, fuck. Hopefully. I still think closing that door was a better idea. Because remember, that was where they were coming from to come down to where Joe was currently waiting. And it seemed like that did stop them, though they were fucking eating the door. But at the same time, I somehow don't think Joe would be having a very good time right now. Level 3, okay. Oh, this always looks like a good room to come into. As the elevator doors open, we peer out, looking to see if the creatures are still in the area. But it's all clear, save that strange green chemical leaking out of the tank I accidentally shot. The moss has started to expand, climb up the sides of the room of some of the tanks. Distract for a moment, before raising me to move. Now looks at me, her eyes are clear and strong. Marcus wasn't entirely wrong. Natalie says we start walking towards Zinger. About what? About how I'm partially to blame for this. Why are you to blame? Some of the things we did here, it's scary. We should know that one day something like this would happen. If we're in here with the knowledge of what goes on in level 3 is to blame. Remember, Treas, for when you get back in, if there's no, end quotation marks, the sentence keeps going for that character's sake. It's just because last time that was, slowing us down because, neither of us would, we both have to take a second.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. If there's no quotation marks in, it's your character, just keep going. Only when it end quotations. And also don't worry about saying she says, because nobody cares about that. Unless it's... Well, actually, you don't have to really say, because I'll be saying it. It's a highly advanced research facility. Do amazing but risky stuff. So, yeah, you're partially blamed much by working here, but I can understand the dedication. I also think of, you. Okay, well, it's our character. I can figure that out. I guess our character doesn't do that. It's only other people's characters. That's always been the rule, is that other people, remember, other people's characters, I think ours just doesn't. So I guess ours just doesn't. So yeah, you're partially blamed by working here, but I can understand the dedication. So why don't you tell me a bit about what does go on in level 3? Are you familiar with the Large Hadron Collider over in Switzerland? Yeah, I'm not even going to make Woden be dumb about that. Now, I think everyone's heard of the Hadron Collider at this point. I think you have to be living under a rock. But that's about it. It's a powerful particle accelerator. Right now, they're using it to try and create what's called dark matter. Just sing really shitty while making ramen. Remember? Misty does it all the time.
Oh, yeah!
Make ramen and sing real shit. Imagine, Treas, they said billions of dollars just to do what Misty does. Point and laugh, chat. Point and laugh. Anyway, right now they're using a joke. It's serious. Yeah, see, so for her it does it. But then it also does it here. But I guess you can kind of figure it out from there. Like if someone's asking something, I think the game is expecting a bit more of us, but I also think maybe it was not written by an American. Because why is there a comma there? I guess. It's weird, but I guess it's grammatically correct, but it's weird. It's a powerful particle accelerator. Right now they're using it to try and create what's called dark matter. It's theorized that this dark matter actually makes up a majority of the universe, but parts of the universe very different from ours. Yeah, in one universe, man, you can make tofu, and you can sing fucking Van Helsing like dog shit, and you will get like a plate of that shit. People eat it over there. Delicacy. I've heard. Imagine being buried. Okay, so, Jack, we're not actually buried. We came down here somewhere. Actually, we did get buried because we chose the, yeah, because we didn't go through the door, remember? So we did get buried.
Yeah.
So we actually are in a super bunker fighting angels with an M16. Mike says that people at the LHC will probably create their first dark matter particles in about 2018 or 2019. Did we make dark matter? No, we have not proven dark matter yet. Very good. Maybe they did, though. And remember, we're an underground facility. Maybe they did, though. Here in this facility, we were able to create one almost 10 years ago. Oh, so she's flexing. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. I swear the Large Hadron... What the fuck did the Large Hadron Collider even do, then? Large Hadron Collider. Is this fucking thing done anything? Oh, it's not just for making dark matter. It does actually a lot of shit. So basically, Treas, from what we're saying, the LHC's goal is to allow physicists to test predictions of different theories of particle physics, including measuring the properties of Higgs boson shit, searching for large family new particles predicted by superps, and studying other unresolved questions in particles. So basically, if it has to do with like weird bullshit in physics, they're doing it over there. Because like the ball spins around, so like they're hyper speeding things with like different parameters and shit. They basically have a functioning railgun, except it's not a railgun. It's apparently it does a lot of weird shit over there. So I guess they made dark matter. You know what's funny? I love that for our timeline. It makes this really funny but really sad. This creepypasta-esque game, Treas, predicted a better future than us. Because with dark matter, there's a lot of shit we can do with that. Applications. So if we somehow knew a way to use it and what... But, we were doing in 2018 and 2019? Well, COVID was a year after 2019, so Trump. So hold on, was she predicting a universe where everyone in the political system didn't collectively lose their goddamn marbles? I don't even mean voting for Hillary. Did she just imagine that politics would work and that science funding would actually be looked at for the future? Holy shit, that's scarier than the angels. Holy shit. These people, you're telling us there's a government funding out there that now has to look at Trump and everything he did, and while dealing with SCPs is like, holy fuck, you didn't. All their science, they're fighting, they're essentially fighting, Treas. What was the, Apocalypse Bird. There's a group of scientists out there fighting it, looking at the news right now going, oh, okay, now I understand how this happened. No, okay, how? They're fighting Apocalypse Bird, and this was the worst case scenario, and they're like, but how? How did you do it, though? Every other government facility, science facility that was Black Ops is like, yeah, man, the guys over at the LHC are going to get funding from the government in 2018-19 to make dark matter. We'll be fine. We don't worry about the energy stuff. And they're now getting clowned on by Mystia. How? I can't even believe Trump anymore. I think I have to go back to Reagan and then go back before him. Tress, why do we keep voting for the wrong presidents at the wrong fucking time?
Mm.
You know how many times America's done that? 3. Although Woodrow Wilson was worse because he literally fucked up the world. It was World War One, you see. And now you can see why we have to deal with every problem from him. It was a guy who wanted to be an asshole and say America's better than everyone during World War fucking One. He wanted to be a petty little bitch, and then after the war ended, try to go, nah, but we're better than all of you. He was that guy. That was him during World War One. So every problem we ever have now is because of him. But then we get to Reagan. We had a chance to fix it, Tress. We were there. We fucked it again. Question is, when are they gonna make a Half-Life 3? Apologies. When are they gonna just say that Entropy Zero 2 was Half-Life 3, right? You remember that game, Tress?
I do.
That's Half-Life 3, come on now. Remember like how now episode 2 of Half-Life 2, like you see the like alien worm dudes, and then in Entropy Zero 2 you fight one. It's like a boss fight and has mechanics and shit, and it's fucking awesome. And so using the mechanics of the game, which makes it this weird, almost Gary's mod, like, parody mod thing, that's like, well, yeah, but you're really experimenting with this. You know how to enhance this, and you have the engine for it. It's so fucking good. So it should just be Half-Life 3. Pyrocynical, a YouTuber we watched, actually made the joke and just called it, and it had it be Half-Life 3, and it showed, like, the Entropy Zero character at the front. It's like, yeah. Right, like, at this point, you might as well say it is, because they were already making Black Mesa and Half-Life in the same universe. It's like, this is a fan game that feels like they just made it. The Jetpack, remember the Jetpack Rebels? That was some sick shit. I like my Rebels. Remember the turret? My boy. Tress, my boy. Did Tress die?
I do remember, yes.
My boy. I love my boy Tress. And he saved my life, which was fucking cool. Now we have this like rogue Metro cop and a Aperture Science bootleg turret meeting up with Gordon Freeman and Alex Vance. Oh no, Alex Vance, because in the VR game, Alex gets kidnapped by the G-Man in the past.
Yeah.
And now, so Half-Life 3, like, I get everyone going like, oh, they can never release it because it'll be, like, it'll never match up to expectations. But it's like, I feel like with the VR game, and if you just make Entropy Zero, you just say that's canon, like, you will now have Eli, who just saw his daughter get taken because of all the Combine bullshit and G-Men nonsense, and now he's looking at a Combine officer who knows what's going on and has rebelled and literally killed one of the alien leaders, and his Aperture Science buddy, who, you know, since Eli and Gordon are from Black Mesa and they were rivals with Aperture, does not help the situation. And then you have Gordon, who's just the silent psychopath watching the situation. And, you know, like, Metro Cop, or actually, the Metro Cop you play as, his canon name, actually, in Entropy Zero he has a name, but, like, everyone just calls him Bad Cop. Because the hardest difficulty in both games is Bad Cop. So, just make a Half-Life game with that. Because we already saw the Aurora Borealis, and in the VR game, Tress, funny enough, was time shenanigans. And we did a theory of, like, what if Aperture Science in the future, because they were so advanced than Black Mesa, but got less funding because of Cave Johnson, most definitely. What if they just went into time travel and they perfected it, and now they're trying to make their best... We said it before, like, in that game, like, what if they're trying to make their best outcome? So, like, what if in that game, because things aren't going correctly... Because we've already fought against the G-Man and stuff, like, so what if we use the Aurora Borealis to fix everything? Like, what if that's gonna be the... Like, I think that'd be a fine conclusion to Half-Life. If Half-Life 3 is like, oh, the whole point is, like, using this time machine to correct what happened at the very end. Make some emotional moments, maybe, you know... I think it'd be pretty good. Do some, like, time shit, like, see different parts of, like, the 7-hour war and shit, and, like, the occupation leading up, right? You know, like... Maybe, like, you and Bad Cop have to, like... Oh, that'd be fucking cool, wouldn't it? Gordon has to sometimes is with the rebels, which is why even over the years people still know about Gordon, right? Like, he just shows up. And then on the Metro side, Bad Cop's there, but maybe now you're trying to, like... You have to join with the guys for a point, because you're like, oh, well, naturally these guys are going to get slaughtered, but I'm going to find a way... Like, your turret buddy is, like, in your helmet. He's like, oh, hey, if we do this, that'll make it easier for the rebels to win, which will help us when we start going back to the future. Like, you slowly build the future better from both sides. That would be cool. It wouldn't be... I don't think it'd be that hard to do either. Right? Like, that's... And like you just say, like, that's the end of Half-Life. You do this, you fix the future. Not everything is perfect, but, you know, it's... Come on. At this point, I don't think any of us are going to say there's going to be a perfect future anymore. It's fine. Sure, yeah. Fuck it. We lost some people, but we got there. We did it. Right? Because Valve doesn't want to make any more games with, like, Portal or Half-Life, so it's like, yeah, just wrap it up with a nice, happy bow. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
like Gordon really, like, went from this normal physicist to literally a hero throughout time that saved everyone just because he kept fucking pushing. And then you got Bad Cop, who everyone treated like a psycho, and then, you know, he saved he turned out to be a hero because just nobody got him. You got the outsider and the guy who... Gordon, the guy who went to MIT and was, like, praised for his knowledge, but it's just... I mean, fuck it. He's just kind of he's silently going through life. And you have Bad Cop, who everyone looked down on because he was so crazy. He was crazy. He was a little bit crazy, but he still cared. I mean, like, he's an anti. He's Deadpool. He's fucking so good. Because, I mean, you know, he still sees, like, the Combine for what it is. Even if he is trying to just save his own personality, he still will rebel against them for his own individuality. And are we fighting for nothing more than individuality against the Combine? The point is, I've now made a 17-minute rant, Treas, to Valve, who will never watch this video, to just make Half-Life 3. Everyone's gonna say it's shit for like 5 years, because it's not the greatest thing since fucking Jesus. We all... Actually, people may not even care anymore. I mean, there's so much bad shit. If you released Half-Life 3 and, like, worked with that creator for Entropy Zero, right? Like, had some lore doctors with it. Like, you know, you took your time with it. Like, I'm not saying, like, 10 years, you know, Treas. I'm saying, like, 5 years. You know, like, you get some lore guys. You get, like, the Entropy Zero guy who, you know, had all these new fun mechanics that are really cool and, like, enemy designs. Get him. Get the team. Right? Because Valve is making bajillions. Get the team. And then, you know, you finish it off. You get his new fun gameplay mechanics, like with the Aurora Borealis, with, like, remember the zombie, like, time travel fucker who was genuinely what these monsters are, actually, Treas. I just thought about it. That's literally what this guy is, remember? Because, like, he would, like, that's literally what this... Do more stuff with that. And then you've also got the Xeno grenade he made, remember? That's, like, brought stuff from, like, the past games, like, new enemies sometimes, but was a black hole. Do some shit with, like... Half-Life 3, just have some fun stuff like that. Have some, like, the lore of, like, both teams meeting up. And then do some time travel shit. And just say, yeah, they make a better pass, because... Fuck it. Maybe have some Adrian Shepard in there. My boy. I think it's, like, you know... Because Valve, besides, like, making new hardware, which I like everything Valve's made so far. It's expensive, but I think they actually make a good product.
Hmm.
Just from what we've seen, they make a good product. Like, think between how long it was from the first Valve VR set to the next one. Wasn't it like a good, 10 years or something from their first time
Maybe.
with VR? It had a lot of set. It was like, yeah, I guess, for like $500. It's not the worst, I guess, right? Fine.
True.
The other option is Oculus, which we have, which works. So like 500 for if you have a dedicated room, $500 for it's like buying a PC over a console. Like if you can't afford like a super duper PC and it's like, oh, console, I like these kind of games, this console, like old school stuff was. I get that. That's what VR is. It's like, if you have an Oculus, yeah, it'll work. I feel no less like pissing my pants in FNAF VR in Oculus than I would in the Steam version. I pray to you that. The fact dress in the fence, you can see Springtrap coming. You know what's even worse? There's a point where you actively start realizing if you didn't click it in time, he already killed you. And so you can just watch him crawl to you as you know you're going to die. And then the final level of it, everything's on fire. So you see this guy crawling through fire to come beat my ass. And I'm just like, but surely you could kick him, right? Hit him haymaker hard. Do these things just have some... I really don't care about dark matter. What does it have to do with these things? We still don't know all there is to know about dark matter, or other matter we have yet to identify. These creatures could be made of it, or they could be more exotic matter. We just don't know. If dark matter is responsible, there's no real answer to have. So you're saying this dark matter helps with, what, opening other dimensions or something? That's the theory. During the point-to-point transfer, the subjects are gone for about 3 to 6 seconds. Oh, we're doing the fucking jaunt again. There's no way to see or measure their presence, but they exist somewhere. From what we can tell, they exist in a kind of void. Close it. We're making Goza again. We're doing Goza round 2. Treas.
Oh boy.
Treas. In our series that we've done with Bluesy, he can attest to a lot of this. We did multiple dimensions. That was like the whole thing. Every series we made was all, even if it had nothing to do with each other and had different magic systems, right? That's just alternate dimensions. And so, if you know how Woden in Cyberpunk has a certain rule set for how her build works, and then in Fallout, Woden works a completely different way, but is still kind of Woden. You know? They're still kind of being punchy, but Cyberpunk Woden also used the 12 gauge, the bat. She had some fun with some stuff. The Fallout Woden is trying to be punchy, but is having to build more into it. She doesn't have all her superpowers, so she's trying to... She's good at punching, but I have to, because I'm gimping myself to make me stupid, I have to actually try a bit more. Which is why we had to sneak and stuff. Sneaky beaky. So yeah, the fucking jaunt though sounds terrifying. So Goza, with all our realities, right? There's different realities. They all have different rule sets. Same thing with even tabletops. If you make Woden a different tabletop, you get the point. But what she's suggesting is, I stole this from this game, I'm pretty sure, now that I think about it. So, let's say you Tress, wanted to go, what are your 2 favorite games that you would wanna visit?
Honestly, one of them is on the tail, and the other one, don't know.
No, come on, think about it. Any second. And let's say best case scenario for whichever one you visit, right? You can visit there. You're pretty powerful going. Let's Tress, you work how you think the you that fought Woden. Let's go with that. If you get what I'm meaning.
Yeah. Basically, I
Best
want
case
to
scenario.
cassette beasts, like the world of cassette beasts,
Okay.
and what's the other one I said?
Undertale.
Undertale. Yeah.
Undertale
Those
and
are the two
cassette beats.
places.
Haven't played cassette beats. Need to get on that at some point. We've wanted to stream it. We just haven't gotten around to it. It's been on the list though for so long because I saw it and I wanted to just play it. But anyway, so you go to cassette beats, right? And from what I remember, Pokemon-esque, you do all that.
Yeah.
And then you go over, like, you do whatever kind of adventure you'd want to do there. You can imagine all the fun and excitement of that. You go over to Undertale, and now you're playing like it's Undertale. If you get in fights or do anything else, it works just like that, how you would imagine it would work if you were actually physically there. Okay? There's no downside. It's just your rule set works to how the reality works.
Yep.
So like Hyperdimension or Mega Dimension Neptune, when like they did the RPG thing and they had to go abide by it, and the character and then Shop became so powerful she just kicked or Travis Scott, even better. Another good example in the third game, he was like, "Take me to the land of RPG," and then just said, "Fuck it," and started fighting him. It's like that. It's like you're combined to a rule set, but then some people just are so powerful they go, "Nah, fuck you." Now, all this said, we've gone through all this. You get it, right? Like, you go to another dimension. You're in this dimension, Treas. We're doing this. But what's between that? Because when you're traveling, because now, if you, in our world, in our reality, there's a similar concept. If you're super powerful, like, I would almost say you, Treas. I think you could pull it off, canonically. Go between realities. You open, there's a door that would appear for you. You open the door, you go into a hallway, you go through the door. That's what your kind of midpoint. Don't say use a device to get through realities, which in our series also can exist and have exist. And there's an entire fucking police force that patrols dimensions using this tech. So they're traveling between something. They're breaching a reality that a barrier that they should not be. But so it's between there. Now, backrooms. It's not the backroom stress, but yeah, that's infinity. But most people see the oh, it'd be the back. I think there would be in our back area like something like that, like infinite hallways. But what we view our thing between. And the reason I'm bringing this up, because if they're talking about something between, that's where Goza. Our character, not Goza from World of Horror, but our Goza, our super version. And, like, all the things Callie's had to fight, and, technically Vohir, in a way, kind of, but not really. All these characters from between between dimensions. Some pretty neat stuff out there. For us, it's just this infinite void, right, of floating islands from all over the place. It's all this neat shit. Sometimes it's all wacky because, if you're powerful and get stuck back there, you're going to start influencing it. What if something lived out there? Before all this? Because somebody made those realities, Treas? I mean, someone had to, right? Like, or had to be created. So it was before everything was created. Even in this game, let's bring up they exist somewhere in a void, right? Like, so what? So the reason we brought this up, so you kind of get how our void works. So let's say they exist. What? Now the fact that you describe them as unseeable, like infinite shapes you can't comprehend. What the fuck would exist in a reality like that? That's just infinite nothingness. You ever heard of Subnautica? I know you have.
I have.
Like the nightmare leviathans or the ghost leviathans?
Yep.
Something like that, but it's like it's between realities and survives and breached our world. Holy shit. That was the moment in this game I became terrified of these things. Because I shot them for you know, thinking like, oh, we have a gun, we'll just shoot them, right, and get ammo, and it'll be survival. Shoot them with like Trist, be real. Do you think that's gonna fucking do anything?
Probably not.
We go back to the Lunarian conversation yesterday. Could they beat this? Cause what the fuck?
I'm trying to fix Steam real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's having an issue and I don't know why.
Beatrice, could fucking Lunarians beat this bullshit? Something from just... Nah, fuck you, I'm beyond comprehension. I can see them maybe even beating the eyeball. I'll concede that. I can't see them beating fucking... an affront to reality itself. Also, did you fix Steam? Dress? Did you just send me a fucking sandwich? Ooh. Hello? Hello? I think, yeah. No, we're still coming through. Treas? Hello? Oh, they fully crashed. Okay, hold on a second, chat. One moment, chat. Oh, they're back up. Hold up. Come on. Come on, Treas. Well, I guess while we're waiting for them, I'll keep going. We didn't, have you done this with people? Oh, shit. We have sent human subjects through. Almost all of them have returned successfully. Almost. There was one man, Dr. Khan. We didn't return. We don't know where. Trails off from where to collect yourself. Sorry, I asked. As we continue to walk behind the cells, we walk past an area where we left Marcus behind. He's long gone. Maybe we found a way out. As they were walking very close together between the cells, that should create the illusion of safety. Stairs are connecting the hangar doors where Jove hopefully still is. God damn it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, Treas, if you're alone by yourself long enough, the thing just kicks you yourself. Itself. I fucking hate it. So, yeah, no, that's why I had to call you again, because it's like that, to reset the timer. But yeah. So, Treas, while you were gone, where did we leave off? Oh yeah, could the Lumerians even beat these fucking abominations of Christ?
Probably not, to be perfectly honest.
No, I mean, like, maybe even the giant eyeball from what you described. I imagine they could, if they had enough time to make a big fuck-off railgun to stop it. Sure, maybe. But these things, where it's like, oh yeah, they exist between space and time, and yeah. The void. What? Oh, also, so, Treas, we'll reread it again. What is that place like? I'm pretty sure she couldn't even answer that, so I decided not to care about that. What have you done with people? We have sent human subjects through. Must all of them return successfully? I make an involuntary grimace. Almost. There was one man, Dr. Khan, who didn't return. We don't know where. She trails off. Take a moment to collect herself. Sorry I asked. As we continue to walk between the cells, we walk past the area where we left Marcus long ago. We found a way out. Others that were walking very close together between the silos, trying to create the illusion of safety. That's what my Marines do in Alien Dark Descent all the time. We reach the exit connecting the hangar doors where Jove hopefully still is. My guts clench, and my heart hammers in my chest as we open the door and walk through. I lift the rifle, but first it seems there's nothing waiting for us. That's when I see the glowing, hulking shape to my left. Closing in fast. Oh, fuck! Treas? We got incoming. Creature's about 10 feet away and coming quickly. So the first thing that comes to mind. Drop to the ground, make myself a smaller target, and raise the rifle. I'm not sure if I should unload the bouncer or try to choose my shots and weaken it, or at least slow it down. We're not gonna kill it, weaken. Save my bullets.
Yep.
Ain't no fucking way I'm wasting my damn rounds. My shots cause the entirely milky white frame to jerk to the floor. It flounders like a ghostly tentacles, writhing in rage as it cries out at me. It's turning jerk away, parts of it appearing and disappearing every few feet. It's on the hall and out of sight. I look for others, but there's only Amy. Or Natalie. She looks where the monsters went with the white eyes. She's pale, and I wonder, like me, she's able to feel her mind trying to retreat. Come on, let's find Jove and get through those hangar doors. Natalie glances at her watchernauts. Already down to 6 minutes. Towards the hangar doors, I'm a little disgusted with myself because the bloody scene that shook me before now seems mild. Natalie goes to work on the computer console on the side of the doors, just punching in keys before saying, This gonna take some time. I thought you already unlocked it. I did, but this door, there's still some security premises I need to hack. Marcus would have known how to do this. Trails off, I just started there to work. So something slams into me. I feel my feet on the floor. I'm literally thrown across the concrete. I look up and see one of the creatures. There's really no hurry attacking me. Again, focusing on Natalie instead. She's not armed. They come with me and get this thing away from her so she can focus on the door open. Raising one of its flickering appendages, making me certain that part of its makeup is pure light and energy. I could easily have a shot with my rifle, but my mind again goes to how much remaining ammo I have. The only other thing I could think of was to get to chase me and lead away from the room somehow. We do have some rounds to spin, but... Oh!
It does say distract, though.
No, Treas, here's the thing. We have some ammo to spend. But that was an important decision. This is the last time we weakened was the first time we have ever shot this rifle. We have some remaining rounds, right?
I mean, probably.
I mean, hell, if our hard hat has lasted this long as a safety net. For Gargling, fire as quickly as I can. Having good footing and still reeling from the attack, the aim is off, but noise of it distracts the monster from me. It turns to me, and I'm again face to face with something that has no business being in this world. This reality. The light gives a sort of glowing around the central part. A bulbous core that is branched off into humps, much like a spider. So, Treas, I'll give you a mulligan. Do you want to distract the monster and run? So I will go back and do it.
Honestly, yes.
Okay. I gotta close the game and kind of skip through it a bit. Because I think you're right. And I'm willing to risk it on that biscuit. Here's the thing. I know we're going to need the ammo, I think, to save Jove at one point. I think maybe. Oh, fuck. I'm not resetting the game. I know there's one we can reset. Oh fuck, what did I do? I think we have to live with our decisions. But I will keep in mind that I'm going off of information of when I wasted rounds. I mean, yeah, how many times could we have really shot? We have an M16. We have a rifle. I'm assuming in a government facility like this, that's an M16, right? So that's 30 rounds. Let's say we squeezed off to weaken it, right? 5 rounds, if we're being disciplined. Our guy probably isn't, but we'll say, like, we're on semi-auto. I could not imagine this being full auto out the gate. Trust, I'm gonna be bullshitting my own mind, because our character has been keeping track, so we can't be keeping track. But we did conserve ammo. So the first time we shot was to weaken this same creature, right? We weren't aiming to kill, we were just trying to weaken it. I can imagine if, like, let's say we're semi-auto, right? Like, every time we pull the trigger, it fires. If we're trying to weaken while we're moving across, I'd say I'd like squeeze 3 or 4 times and book it. M16, so let's say we have 30 rounds. Fire 4 times. Now, this thing's now in front of us. I start squeezing off. I'm going to say I'm going to shoot 6 times. We got 10 rounds off there. I still think we have... I could not imagine us having less than 20 rounds. Though Amy shot it, so... At Marcus, who quickly overpowered and started choking her. I think Marcus shot this rifle at us a couple times. So let's say we got, like... So it's another 6. I would say that's... 14 rounds? I think we're good. Aim is off, but the noise of it distracts the monster. It turns me, I face to face something that has no business being in this world. This reality. Its body gives off a sort of glow around the central part. Bulbous core that's branching off into humps, very much like a spider. Can't remind me sense that this visual information is not accurate. It's the best I can do to make sense of this impossible creature. I pull the trigger again. This shot taking the monster directly in the center, so 13 shots. It's fastened back and lets out a shriek of agony. It makes my ears feel like they'll explode. There's someone very close, another creature cries out in response. You okay? I clearly see her battling for control of her faculties. Steel determination wins out, and she gives a grim nod. Any sight of where Jove went? Hoping she hasn't noticed her body somewhere. No. It's then I realized I have no idea how many rounds I have remaining in the rifle. This isn't a model I'm familiar with, outside of some deer hunting. I'm not much of an expert on firearms. Still, I'm able to look at the chamber easily and see there are 4... fuck me running. I may not have an M16, Jove. Turns out, I may have an M1 rifle. Not an M1 Gram, but an M1 Carbine. I might be dealing with World War II tech. I may have fucked it. 4 rounds left, though. We got 4 rounds left. Not great, but could be worse. We conserved rounds. I think if you hadn't conserved rounds... Funny enough, Treas, since it hasn't shown up as a notification, I don't think it matters unless that one time when we unloaded. I almost want to say it really doesn't matter, but maybe it would say we have a few more rounds, which would help with, like, give a safety net, kind of. But we have 4 rounds left. Not great, but could be worse. How are we on time? I ask her. 4 minutes. As fast as I can. Now does her best to focus on the keyboard, but there's still no sign of Jove. Before I turn to look around, a screeching sound erupts from the other side of the room. Bring the rifle up to the shooter stance and turn around. The door's right behind me, no signs of Jove, and a closing window of time. I have to be confident. Yet when 2 monsters come around the corner, my body wants to shut down. Pendulum seem to jump in time and space, reaching out for a split second, independent of its body, and then disappearing back to where they came from. It turns and screeches at me. So many tentacles shaking out its body, my knee trembling uncontrollably. Behind me, badly shrieks. I feel myself losing control. My mind sliding into the abyss of insanity. I pull myself back from the brink. Gotta stay in control. I think we run. Fuck that. Right? Because the door's about to shut.
Yeah, definitely run.
Remember, because there's 20 minutes left and we're cutting it close. I think the door's gonna shut in time. I could stand here and use my last 4 shots, but good did do. So I turned and faced the hangar doors. How much longer before you open these things? Not long, she says furiously, typing the terminal commands flood the screen. I doubt it, I think to myself. Can I do anything to help? She doesn't answer. Deep concentration. I turn back and see those looming shapes appear. They just come around the corner, screaming out that static-like sound. I step away from Natalie and the hangar doors towards the monsters, ready to defend her. I raise my rifle, but the creatures waste no time. It makes that jerking motion towards me. There's a sharp pain in my chest as it collides with me, or through me. It's hard to tell. My instinct is trying to grab or hold this thing down, but I'm realizing I don't even know if that would work. Whoa. Callie didn't raise no bitch. I'm about to wrangle with space and time itself, motherfucker. I try to grapple with the creature, but it feels very different from my struggle with Marcus earlier. It's not easily grabbed. I can slide through parts of it, some parts like a ghost, others like a jellyfish. Touching it burns my hands, but only slightly. I realize I can't grip it. I quickly spring away and turn to face it. Screaming defiance, I raise the rifle and put a round in its core. The shot lands dead center, and the light inside of it flickers almost violently. It fell back against the wall, issuing a hiss of telltale static noise, then jerks away and retreats. At least for now. The terror appears as if out of nowhere, screaming at me with its high-pitched whine. Bounds forward, charging at me with a strange spastic way too. I'm the rifle, intending to take this one to the core too. I take several shots, but it's still coming at me. As it slams me, I realize that I only have 1 bullet left. I can't take the wind is knocked out of my lungs, and the back of my head strikes the floor. Neither of those things is alarming as the fact that the beast on top of me. The exterior is like a seashell has been pounded on the surf for far too long. It has lost all edges and ridges with the but the grip of it tries to capture me with pure violence. I feel his light soaking. I feel those appendages starting to wrap around me. I raise the rifle. We only have 1 shot left. The creature is erratic. We might feel weightlessness, and I feel like I'm going to be crushed. I shuffle with the rifle, aim at it, but it's overpowering me. I'm sure I'll be able to get an effective shot off to the core of its body, a spider-like shape connecting to the rest of it by a thin white string of tissue. I know I'll be dead within seconds unless I can manage to shot. I don't know where to aim. This thing has been able to survive for so long. I'm shooting the center. Every time we've shot the core, these things get really mad, so, like... What's a buckshot enema? The creature seconds away from tearing into my shoulder. Stop it now. I grunt as I try to angle the rifle in the direction of the beast's formless core. The appendage begins tugging down the barrel. It's at that moment I pull the trigger, unleashing my final shot. Thank God I saved this bullet earlier. This shot aggravates enough to win me some breathing room. I've saved my shoulder. Thank God, injury avoided. The stick's still alive and kicking. Then I see the creature extend its tentacle in a violent whip-like motion away from me. It makes a sacky screeching sound. The creature disappears into thin air. It appears a few feet away from me, retreating. With a shudder and a cry of desperation, I get to my feet just in time to see the monster's head in the direction of the biochem room. Now he looks over me and the terminal hangar door is looking petrified. I manage to help myself up, and I see another figure nearing us. But to my relief, I realize it's a human figure. It's fucking Jove with a fucking gun. Jove, take it away.
You okay, boss?
Her eyes weren't on me, looking at the creature, just trying to understand exactly what she'd just seen.
About 15 minutes ago, I heard the door down to the maintenance room unlocked.
Pointing to the room I had tried my best to bust into earlier. When I did the override at the command center and locked all the smaller doors down here, including the maintenance room.
I went inside there and hid. And while I was waiting for you to come back, I found a massive trunk. There were a few guns in it, so I grabbed this one.
Glad you're safe, Jove.
Thanks, boss. Me too.
She, just break eye contact with the panel. Almost done. Suddenly, without warning, a shot ricochets off the wall behind Amy's head. We look around, confused. Did Jove's gun go off? Another blast shot not last near us again. We all drop to the floor. Look around, wondering who or what could have possibly been shooting at us. Treas don't do anything that sounds remotely like gunfire. I see him. Marcus. Should have killed him when I had the chance. His rifle was walking towards us. Insane look in his eyes. You. Oh, that was you, Treas.
You all deserve to die!
Not that you know the round that whizzes by my head. Jove doesn't hesitate. Stands up and shoots at Marcus, causing him to retreat. Open that fucking door! Sorry, I'm doing my best. She's fighting through tears. She makes a few final key presses. Done! The door opens with the noise of a hydraulics and a whoosh of air. With Marcus pinned down by Jove's gunfire, we move towards the door. At the moment, another creature jerks into existence around the corner between us and Marcus. Marcus yells, starts unloading into it, but then he learns the same lesson we did. So he slows the creature down. Marcus gives us one last look and then runs off in some other direction. Jove, Natalie, and I climb up through the doors, moving on to nothing more than a German. I see her looking longingly at the main room Jove took the shotgun from.
You get into the hangar. I'll get some more firepower.
Satisfied with the plan, Natalie heads to the door. We scramble inside, only inside the hangar. Jove approaches from behind, holding several guns and looking like a fucking black bear who just grabbed an armful of Halloween 12 gauges. Natalie gets the 9mm. Jove looks to me, holds out a shotgun and a handgun for me to choose. Both look. Which one are we taking? This one actually matters, kind of.
I think they take the handgun for the most preciseness.
We have been a precise motherfucker so far. I suck the handgun, covered by the way it seems to fit perfectly in my shaky grip. It was actually kind of, while Woden is proficient in shotguns, we need to aim for the core. So 12 gauge ain't good, but I figured Jove's gonna be shoulder tacking these monsters, so you take the 12. Joe just runs at a monster like fucking Grunt Mass Effect. You remember the scene? He starts bodying.
I do.
I imagine that's what Joe's gonna do, just fucking hitting them in 12 gauging some of them. And I'll just be looking like, what the fuck is going on? How are you bodying pure energy? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. 1 second, chat. Treas, have you played has Dawn's thing happened today?
I don't know. I think the update was happening when I was checking it.
Okay, so
I'm going to check afterwards.
neither of us played the story until tomorrow because that's when we're gonna stream it. Want to co-stream it? Our first time both of us going through that story, because it's Dawn. I need my Dawn. I'm still gonna do my fucking mirror dungeon run, but I mean just like doing the actual story. And it's like not like both of us are playing at the same time. If like one of us starts going faster because they're winning the fights faster, it's like just keep going. Or you can play it that day through, and if you want to co-stream it with us, or with us going through, we can do that. Or I'll just go through it myself. But I'm planning on streaming it tomorrow anyway. It's happening. It's dawn time. It's dawn time. It's like there are more creatures coming, as many as a dozen, flying down the hall quickly. Their tentacles slithering. The way the light seems to mingle together is almost beautiful. Close the fucking door! I yell at Natalie. She dashes to another terminal man on the side of the doors and tries desperately to close them. It's not working! The terminal's disabled! Jove looks through the open doors and readies herself to shoot the first monster that nears us. Should
we try to slow a few down or just run for it?
I think we should book it.
Yeah, probably.
Run for it! Good idea. With that, we turn and sprint out of the hangar floor. We're out of there. Thank God we're out of the hangar. Oh, fuck us. Here's a final stand if ever we saw one. The room is enormous, so large that to call it a room seems silly. Large concrete floor stretches out below an expansive loft ceiling. The area is mostly empty except for one side, which is a row of metal barrels. But on the far left is a lit area that seems to expose more rooms, labs, and machinery. Also, at the end, I can see kind of chamber control center. Jove and I follow Natalie across the hangar floor. Behind a series of rustling sound tells us the creatures have made their way into the hangar. Somewhere overhead, a loud buzzing noise sounds out. Reminds me of the slight buzzing noise I heard in the forest, as I've tried to avoid. Look ahead and see in the far back of the hangar, a bright red light is flashing. A small hatch, or door below the light, hatch is open. I can see a shape inside. I can barely make out the figure of a man standing there, holding an industrial microphone. As I say, I hear his huge amplified voice, but as though the air current system, he sounds pissed. Who's taking the current one?
Up to you.
I don't know who you are, but this is a government facility on lockdown. There are protocols to... Shit! I assume the curse coincides with the exact moment he sees the creatures. They're making their way through the hangar doors. There's as many as 20 feet between us and the creatures. I act excessively, firing twice as the handgun comes alive in my hands. One shot goes into the core of the creature, causing it to jerk backwards. Another shot slows down the other. The record I get with the 9mm is amazing. Jove and Natalie take the cue and start firing as well. The floor becomes littered with a swirling white fluid as the wounded creatures' bodies, but they're not slowing down. Lamps keep behind us, and I turn to see if anything has changed back there. I trip on my feet. I hit the ground hard, almost convict fashion, sliding a few feet across the floor. On the ground, I see that we've managed to turn back 4 of them. I'll see that my estimation of a dozen is off. There are at least 20 of them. They're sick, dim light, sinister, and gloomy. They just seem to bind together as a jerk forward. The hope of survival is the man at the far end of the door as somebody shuts the hangar door. His voice comes blaring over the intercom and getting broken by the booming noise of gunfire that we're laying down. Run here! Towards the isolation chamber, maggot! I'm not sure how much time we have, or as I can sprint ahead of Amy and Dennis, or I can hang back and give them cover. Covering fire. I don't leave no man behind.
Yeah.
Go inside where that guy is. I'll make sure we don't have any of those fuckers on our tails. I'll hold them back a while. That sounds macho, but it feels like the right thing to do. Steph tried to give us some chance for escape. So as Jove and Natalie run through the doors, I blasted the next thing I see moving. All I get from my troubles is Steph like hissing a high-pitched whistling noise. I'm able to beat them back for a bit, forcing them to scatter. The flickering of light is small victory. If nothing else, I'm buying Jove and Natalie in time. When I'm certain there's nothing more I can do, I turn and run. So quickly catching up to Jove and Natalie, who stopped and turned to provide me with cover and fire. There! Natalie says, pointing to a small door where the woman was standing earlier. Storm is less than 15 feet away, so fierce they were pushing through one another to get us. Raising a handgun and fire, taking my time to aim. I had one in the spotlight core of its body. Again, this time taking one to its core. There's 2 more rounds in the creature, eventually causing it to move backwards. In the middle of the hangar now, the isolation chamber ahead and the monsters behind. Beside me, Jove also fires. The kick from the gun almost jolts her, for a result of him being weakened from the blood loss. Her shots land true, though, causing it a jerking stumble and a flicker of its light. We're almost in! Nellie yells as we close another door. Door we hope will save us. And they head in first. I mean, what, I'm going to dash inside and leave someone behind? Fuck no.
Nah.
I'm holding that damned line. Get inside! I yelled at Jove and Natalie, motioning for them to keep moving with my gun. I open the door and give Jove a push towards it. She resists, more legally to try to take down another beast before she makes it to safety, but she gives in. We're to beat to make sure Natalie's inside too. Fire a few rounds on the creatures that are still headed for us, hoping to slow them down. When Natalie and Jove are clear, I nearly dash inside, but I feel something hot seem to my back. Whoa.
Well then!
The pain in my back is so much that I barely notice the fact that I'm being lifted from the floor. I can see one of the creatures using its flowing arm to grab me by my waist. Tentacles wrapped around me, swinging in the air, as if pressing me as a trophy to its friends. I focus, angle my arm in a way that will allow me to break the handgun and place bolts into its body, shaking me so violently. Its body parts are appearing and disappearing in a way that makes no sense, or the oddity of its structure. I can literally do nothing more than hang there like a ragdoll hoping to be saved. It continues to hoist me up, screeching in its approval. Jove comes out from back of the room, fires off a shot. The bullet catches the monster on the other side of the cord and sends it backwards, causing it to freeze for a moment. Releases me and I hit the ground, dropping my gun and finding myself unable to breathe. I feel a slight daze, but that fades when I see Jove is still standing outside the door. She's firing into the beast like a madwoman to see the one to his left along the edge of the wall. Fucking gotta save the goddamn fucking day. I dash towards Dennis, trying to push him out of the way, but there's not enough time. The creature jerks out of resistance and then reappears right behind him. Jove turns to see the creature. It's already drawn several of its pinches back to strike. Jove tries to raise his gun, but it's knocked away by one of the tentacles. The tentacle strikes Jove and is spun around, thrown off balance by the attack. She catches herself falling. The third one instantly wraps around her forearm, and I can see it tightening instantly. Tip of the appendage passes clean through her hands, with both so tip pouring through her palm. Joe's face grimaces with pain. She tries to wrench her arm free, but the creature's tentacles has her arm speared like a nail through wood. In a moment of dark clarity, I realize that I can free him with a clean shot through the monster's tentacle. That would likely mean blowing off Jove's hand. Jove! I yell over the creature's high-pitched static. Can you get free? I have a shot. Maybe.
No! Don't shoot! I can get free!
I can't tell if she's right, but the other monster's starting to encircle her. I need to act fast. I'm sorry, Jove. That arm's coming with me. If I don't take this shot while I have it, they're going to kill her. Funny enough, Treas, Jove. Both. If I don't take that shot, she actually does die. That is the hardest shot I've ever had to make, genuinely, because I never want to shoot them, because I'm like, what if? And we're trying to think of, like, what if we did a better thing earlier, or what if we fucked up and now they're going to have to lose a hand, or, like, what if there's a check they're going to make, but it's like, no, you either take that arm, or they're taking Jove. Which is why I wish we had figured out how to actually turn off the import notifications for that, because I would rather not know any of these. But yeah, no, genuinely, like, because when we did it with Bluesy, we wanted to keep Dennis alive for as long as possible. And this is where we fucked up, because we're like, no, we trust Dennis, because we had done everything to make sure they would not lose enough blood. So it's like, oh, this is their final check, right? Like, they've been strong the whole mission, now they're gonna fuck them up. Anyway, if I don't do a shot while I have it, they're gonna kill her. The last ditch effort, I tried to give a shot on the master, but there is none. It'll hurt Jove even worse if I try. Take the aim and fire off a shot. The shot lands perfectly, and the result is a lot of blood and screams from both Jove and the creature. Jove's hand disappears in a spray of red. The monster's opinion simply fades away. It literally seems to wink out of existence. The creature screeches while Jove hits the floor, wailing in pain. The reality of what I've done sets in and nearly paralyzes me. Get him! I'll cover you! I nod, still looking from the sight of what I've done to Jove, but I stumble to the door. Natalie is true to her word. She fires off a few rounds into the approaching monsters. I make it to Jove and grab a hold of her with my good arm. I drag her backwards as fast as I can, nearly falling down in the process. I reach the doorway, and Natalie reaches down and helps me drag his body the final few feet into the room. She manages to pull off another shot, and when I look to see what she was hit, I see another dozen or so of the monsters. Jove is writhing in pain when she looks up at me. She's sneering.
You crazy asshole! Oh.
She shudders violently, sweat and tears coursing down her pale face. Natalie slams the door behind us, finally inside the room, hopefully safe within what looks to be an isolation chamber of sorts. On the frame, a little electricity lock beeps as the door is secure. The final fight. The final fight. Let's see our statistics before we go into the finale. What do we got here? Shot to weaken the creature, not kill her. Nice, 49% Treas. If not shot the creature instead of running a distraction, hold the line. I think that's both where Jove and Natalie could die. I think. Took the handgun instead of the shotgun. I'm not sure that entirely matters. It might kind of matter. Dissipate. That would have gotten Dennis killed. Jove would be dead if we had not disobeyed. So I think this is the one that would have killed Natalie. That or Natalie's one is coming up. Maybe we can get everyone out. Might be able to save some fucking lives. We're now inside a large reinforced chamber of sorts. Almost like the inside of a submarine. Near us is a door, shut tight. Far away from us, along the back wall, are all sorts of controls and monitors. So sure this is Meldor is impenetrable, at least to them. I'm fairly sure that they aren't getting in. Jove now looks like a walking corpse. I do everything in my power to not let this show in my expression. Her face is in a grimace. She shouts at me.
What were you thinking?
Blood pools on the floor below wherever she holds her arm. Say nothing. It's all too much. Her feels like jelly. We need him to get himself or he's going to bleed to death. We're interrupted by a man's voice booming behind us. Just what the hell do you think you're doing? He's an older man who seems to exude power and authority, but he also looks tired and scared. I assume this is Barksdale. He walks over to us from the back recess of the chamber. We didn't have a choice. We had to... Did you override the locks on the hangar doors? Yes, I did, but we had to... Do you have any idea what you could have done? Natalie doesn't answer right away. She's furious, but she's also scared and visibly exhausted. Who the fuck are you? I address my question to Natalie, trying to get my info from her rather than whoever this is. The man doesn't break eye contact with Natalie. Colonel Barksdale. He runs the place, she says, annoyed. Look, Barksdale, you can break me and lecture me all you want when this fucking shit is over, but right now, I have a wounded civilian here, and as you can see, several entities trying to get in this room. So if you could actually fucking do something in your worthless goddamn right, instead of being a massive fucking piss baby and yelling at me, that would be, well, my still beating heart might goddamn beat for once in my life. Oh, fuck, that was Natalie. Well, I mean, came from the heart, so good enough. I'm impressed by her guts. I wonder if this is some sort of beef between the two of them. Because holy shit, what the fuck, Natalie? Get out there, champ. Surely working in a place like this can cause some sort of stress and tension between people. As I wait, I notice a small peephole in the door. And I go to it and look out to the things. They're still looking for a way in, but finding no success. I wonder if they can somehow see me through the door. There was no other option. Woden can't help herself. I flip him off and smile defiantly. Get a blast of high-pitched sound in response. Fuck you. You'll be reprimanded for treating me in such a way. Reprimand me all you want. I'd like to survive this first. Cover your ears. Barstow shouts, walking away to the far end of the room. Stay put until you hear back from me. Thank you. Fire in her voice, she turns to me and says, I better do what he says. I'm not asking questions. Clapping fingers on my ear, just time to protect my hearing from a deafening blast. Still bleeding, and the sudden movement to cover my ears makes me feel dizzy. Jove clumsily covers one ear with his hand and one ear with her bandaged arm. When I see the shape she's in, I get myself in check. Compared to Jove, I'm in tip-top shape. Do you mind? It makes it sound like we fucked up Jove bad. This is still the only way to keep her alive. We've had to Jove. In this reality, Woden has had to do some shit to keep you alive. You better be goddamn appreciative that you're still here and not a pincushion outside. It's bad. It's like, boy, and then, like, as a kid, we're like, man, would I even want to live at this point, like this? As an adult, I'm like, nah, Dennis is still pretty functional, all things considered. I mean, they're missing a hand, sure, but, like, mistakes nowadays are pretty alright. What was it, right hand? But for most video game controllers, like, you just need to press, like, X or whatnot. You can do that on the first stick hand, like, the triggers. It's not bad. PC, you can still use the mouse pretty effectively. Could be worse. Could have no penis. You know, now hold on, Treas. Now hold on. There's the thought. Could have no penis. I mean, you know, for the original Dennis, considering Dennis guy, you know, still has their penis. And, you know, I think, like, if I was going to survive a catastrophe like this, I think that's about the only thing I would care about in that scenario, right? Like,
yeah.
I may not have any legs. I don't care. I can live in a wheelchair. Fuck yeah. That means I always got a seat, best seat in the house. No arms. Unfortunate, but prosthetics are pretty alright. Well, penis.
And besides, you could always have the replacement for the arms anyway.
And even better, most computers now let you do that thing with the eyeball, so, you know, I could be the ultimate gamer.
True.
But my penis, you know, I can... All the other things I can replace. You can't replace a good 5-inch cock. A good average-sized penis, you know. Small penis, you can live without that. Big penis, can't live without that. Average-sized penis, that's where you're like, nah, if this goes, that's all I have going anymore. I think it's most average-sized in men. It's like, well, you know, like, my arms, I can take them, but my dick, that's... What, am I gonna woman off my charm? No. Unless I have an M1 Abrams, because as Halo taught us, Treas, women love armor plating. Do you not get sexually aroused seeing an M1 Abrams driven by hot individuals? Anyway, I did that I took the shot that took her hand off. I need to make that mean something. More bursts of loud, explosive noises start ringing out. Looking at the people again, I see the core of one of the beasts explode. Vanishes in a puff of smoke and clear liquid. We got a way out of here. Looking to my left, I see Barksdale in a shooting stance at the far end of the room. He's firing through a small slit in the wall. He's using some high-powered rifle, the flex of which I've never seen. I see a slight movement as the gun kicks, accompanied by a flickering of white light. Immediately, another monster is down. Its tentacles flailing around aimlessly as most of its core is torn through. I instantly feel gratitude and immense satisfaction knowing that they can be that they are being picked off in such a way. What do you want to do?
I'd say sit down and rest.
I'm taking that gun, though. We all know Barksdale's a dead man. I'm taking that gun. That's basically... We always imagine that gun being the gun. You know, like in Fallout 3, the Gus rifle we have?
Yeah.
I always imagine it's that. Because, you know, it's all flicker of white light and, like, the slight kick of the gun. And considering how that gun, like, it shoots like a thing, and then when it hits the enemy, it's like a ball of energy that can knock them down. I always imagine, like, you know, that's what you should... Like, since it's so loud and shit. You know, I always like that. I think it's either that or like the railgun from Metro. I don't know how much time. I slept against the door and simply wait, listening to the occasional patter of what I assume is their blood on the wall. I don't know how much time has passed. 5 seconds, maybe 5 minutes. I don't care. It was nice to lie down. The firing is over. I barely even noticed it. Soon after, Barksdale walks over to our side of the room. They're gone. And I have resealed the hangar doors. How'd you kill him like that? Classified weapon that, quite frankly, you have no business being near. Natalie gets to her feet and returns to the panel on the wall. Thanks. How badly are the civilians hurt? One is in very bad shape. He's lost a hand with a lot of blood. The other's not too bad. I see a laceration on his back, and that's about it. Okay, I'll have Strickland get a med kit. Strickland survived? You're taking Strickland. Oh, Hunt down the Freeman. Sir, the aliens are coming. Yes, and until you and your friend showed up, I thought we were the only ones. Hang tight, she's on her way. That said, he retreats back to the back of the room, as if he can't stand to be around us. Natalie approaches me and looks me over. You're in good hands. Strickland will be able to fix you up. She a doctor or something? Sort of. She's a psychiatrist, but oddly enough, she spent time as a trauma nurse in the army. Strickland for years. Yeah, we've known each other for a while. The only women we see of overachieving women. Clyde Strickland survived, huh? Oh yeah. I am. We usually have lunch together. She helped me out a few tight spots in my career. With a few seconds, the door behind us opens and a woman appears from further back in the chamber. She has what looks like a small suitcase. She's dressed in very basic and drab military getup, complete with a holstered sidearm. Natalie's friend here, Treas, give us a show.
My name is Tawny Strickland. I can patch her pretty well. It's going to hurt like hell.
She looks at Jove, looking her over with precise care and attention.
You're not in the best shape.
Also keep in mind, Treas, drab military getup. She's got a sidearm and everything. She's a military medic. Fucking ready to rock.
Yes, I can fix you up, but only temporarily. You need intensive care for that arm. First things first, though.
Strickland pours liquid over her maimed arm and starts stitching. She then wraps it on with her arm with 3 entire spools of gauze, blood showing through right away.
That's the best I can do for now.
Giving her a sympathetic frown.
I could care less. I'm a cripple. Do whatever you want. As though it matters.
Damn, Jove, you gotta fucking bring down my mood if I saved your goddamn life. Strickland looks to me. I'd feel the same way at the moment, but it's like, yeah, eventually they'll get over it. They'll get the fuck over it. I think we got bigger problems, though. Yeah, I'm trying. My heart bleeds, but I have to deal with the fucking nightmare people from Elder on 5. With my goddamn Colt 1911. Strickland looks at me.
Sit down. Sit down. Let's see if we can get your shirt off.
I sit down, start buttoning my shirt. She has to help me slip it off my shoulders, but we manage. How bad is it?
It's pretty bad. It's almost like a burn, but I've seen worse. Your friend here, for example.
Might as well talk to Strickland to finally distract me from the pain. Full military guard, but she is hanging around Natalie, so yeah, medical, sure, but which one do we care about more?
I'd say, what's your story?
Okay. Oop. What's your story? Strickland rolls her eyes, she gathers up the needle and some thread.
I was always in doing fringe science. I saw in labs with eccentric Russian scientists were being funded by the U.S. to work on DNA types. I sort of became obsessed with perfecting human physiology while I was a trauma nurse in the army.
You were a mad scientist then?
I get that a lot, but no. I had a lot of stuff we do here.
What kind of stuff? No, I'm interested. Tell me. Go on.
It's complicated. How my masters can quantum gravity, punching things down to the celestial radiuses, fun stuff.
Yeah, mad scientist. I say, trying to keep myself calm with dry humor.
Well, lots of small labs working on the same stuff. They just don't make half their funding.
When you guys ran... no, that's sorry.
When you guys ran in here, I was horrified. Those bells outside. It's not... I'm not sure if you saw them. Well, if you shot them, it could have been bad.
Why?
The gray ones filled experimental fluid that's highly flammable. The yellow ones contain liquid nitrogen.
What? And you just have them laying around, huh?
Well, this area is the safest in the building and the most secure. Well, as it wasn't always that used to be anyway. Oh, and take this.
Handing me 4 pills.
Painkillers. They won't work immediately, but they'll ignore the worst of what you're feeling.
Are these the best idea? Would they make me dizzy or out of sorts or something? All I get in response is annoyed and determined look. What do we do? Do we want to take it or do we not? We are injured. I know we've been, Mr. Johnny Badass out here, but now things are getting actually kind of serious, and we have been going... I think canonically, Treas, how long we've streamed this is how long we've been going for, like 5... Not this session, but in total 5 hours off of also, remember we woke up after an explosion that knocked the shit out of us.
I'd say take the painkillers. Reason why is because we're already in pain anyway. There's basically
Plus,
no harm.
I've taken painkillers and they've never seemed to fuck up my response. I've never been shooting, but I've never been fucked up that bad.
Same here.
So, I try to swallow the pills as she starts working on me. She slathers them with some sort of liquid that stings like crazy and I gasp. Owie zowie.
Ready to stab me yet?
I'm fine. I wince as she dabs my eye, swollen from where fuckbed kicked me. I grit my teeth in pain, try to catch my breath. Jove comes out of her haze, tries to speak to Strickland, but her words are slurred.
Right from the ground. You think that what caused the power outage? Think that brought out the monsters? Could be. But your crew was far enough away from the vicinity, or at least you thought you were.
Jove chuckles in a way that makes her sound missing.
Nope. Wrong. You should have thought wrong.
So, you and Barksdale are the only survivors?
It seems that way. Though, that didn't disappear from thin air were killed by those obvious things.
I'm sorry, those that weren't disappeared into thin fucking error. You know, Treas, remember when we saw that guy Gary's modded?
Yes.
So we also could have seen that happen to Jove here if we hadn't shot. She would have been melted into a metal steel beam. And then they just go, oh yeah, some people disappeared in the thin fucking air. What? Huh? Or did they now? And then you kind of think about it, it's like, you know what? I think between melted into steel beam and disappeared into a nightmare super realm, I'd take the beam. It killed me. I'm dead. I'll take it. I'll take that over. Because where the fuck? Either that or they are the nightmare creatures now. So, how many?
I'm guessing 30 or so. I'm not sure how many was scheduled to come in today.
I'm glad to see you. Where were you when it happened?
I was in the micro labs of level 2. Hulk and O'Brien were there with me and just vanished. It looked like they were being stretched, distorted, and then there was a wall of white light, and they were just gone. The ball of light just annihilated everything they just touched.
Would it leave a perfect round hole? A light bulb turning in my head.
Actually,
That's Joe.
yeah, saw the ball of white light too. That was probably the same phenomenon.
Now it looks at the ground like a child that's afraid to ask an adult for something. Finally, she asks, where did they go?
We don't know. Could be an infinite number of different dimensions, or even dimensions that couldn't merge and mix together. There could also be a place that exists between dimensions. Foxtail calls it the void.
No, wouldn't even want to say I'd call that dead because she knows she's going to be called out and they'll just go, oh, it's worse. Because that sounds just worse. I want to know the logistics of this. Give it to me straight, Doc. Oh, I'll speed it up some bit so you can...
Hi.
Okay. Go ahead. Actually, listen. There we go. Bit easier that way.
We don't know that just yet. Our understanding of space-time is evolving.
Especially when you start warping it like we've been doing. Point seems to be the end of the conversation as both women fall quiet. I went through the rest of Strickland's stitching. They tickled my skin, but thankfully no more flowing blood. Finally, Strickland chimes up.
You're good to go.
She looks over Jove one more time. She doesn't seem to stir as when she rechecks her. She's already having to remove the gauze on her weight. Maybe make this a bit more. Already having to remove the gauze on Joe's waist soaks through the blood. The wound looks like it's starting to clot. It's good at least. Stir the floor as Strickland does what she can. Give her a straight, Doc, am I gonna lose my bear?
I'm no doctor. Well, technically not really. But based on the bit I do know, I'd say it's like roughly 50-50 right about now.
So, you and Barksdale have been able to contain those creatures? Strickland appears shocked, clearly not reacting to that as expected.
Contain? Oh, nuts. Do you not know what's happening?
Lily's eyes widen in fearful confusion. What do you mean? What's happening? Other than the initial experiment failure.
The anomalies are becoming more numerous, further from the source.
Strickland says the casual humor in her voice is now gone. Further from the what? Well, Further from the source? Did you?
1 second. From the location of the original experiment. The experiment caused the first doorway to open, but set off a chain reaction. They are gaining momentum along the geodesics emanating from the facility. It's these pockets of exotic matter and negative energy that are letting those things in. What the hell does that mean?
It means that's us.
Oh.
It means that those doorways and monsters are starting to appear all over the facility. Maybe even the surface.
Not yet, luckily. But the doorways will start appearing on the surface, and they won't stop there. The anomalies will each could extend infinity as far those entities will appear on the surface in other states, other countries.
Holy shit. You mean the world's gonna be fucking overrun? The horror of the past few hours has made me ready to believe anything, but this is insane.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh my god. Is there anything we can do?
There is, in fact, the last resort.
Her eyes darting over to Barksdale at the back of the room.
There is an emergency safe switch.
What? I've never heard of that. Where?
You weren't cleared for it.
And that switch is the way to stop this?
Yes.
Then why the fuck haven't you hit it already?
Well, there's two problems with it.
We're just gonna... It's gonna be easier. Yeah, that'll work for now. That seems like that's going somewhere. Let's see. Okay.
Which I already said byline?
Yeah.
The top one anyway. The switch is now away, so it destroys the entire facility and terminates any systems experiments that are being conducted. It's also an emergency shutdown for interdimensional travel. It ports the event horizon around the facility.
The fuck is that?
It's a perimeter of a black hole, and at the boundary inside which nothing can escape, not even light. So the first problem is that we'd all be killed, sucked into a black hole before we'd even have time to evacuate. Second reason is that bulk they wouldn't allow it.
What? Why not? What's all those things to flood the surface? Millions will die. Strickland puts her hands up, silencing Natalie. They both peer over the far side of the room where Barksdale has his back turned.
I know. He says he doesn't care. He says he'll be happy to win all the oversight so he can continue his work.
The oversight? Natalie almost screams, regaining control of her voice when Strickland gives her another look of warning. You mean our government? He's where this could disrupt even topple government, and he just doesn't give a shit.
Barksdale is, well, how do I put it? He's off in the range right now. He's turned rogue, and he's very much armed.
This call makes me look towards the handgun I brought in with me. I'd really forgotten in the last few minutes. Barksdale's back turned, taking my hands and slide it behind me. This time too, as Barksdale walks over from the back of the room to our side of the chamber, he gives Strickland a suspicious look before speaking to her. Are 2 civilians gonna survive? Jove chuckles at this, and really to see her eyes are open. She gives a lazy thumbs up.
One is stitched up and good to go, but the other here's in bad shape. He definitely needs immediate medical attention.
Understood. Amy, it's quite nice to see that you survived. Where are the others? The aloof way this asshole's talking is getting under my skin. A guy named Marcus that works on the first floor from IT. That's all I know for sure. Marcus Prabscott. Where the fuck is he? We're not sure. He separated from us. Oh. So you take it. Oh, we're not sure. He was separated from us. Oh. Clearly taking back to my stern reply. That's unfortunate. Barstow seems to think about something and then looks directly at me. You're with the logging crew, aren't you? Remind me, how'd you get here again? We fell through a hole. I mean, that's genuinely, we fell through a fucking hole. Right. We lost our primary power source when the experiment failed. Experiment failure created those exotic matter pockets. That hole you fell into. If there were enough of them, we have opened a way into our facility. But all the power sources that were damaged. Could have also shut down the lock system before backups kicked in. Everything is starting to make sense now. So if we had come in through the door, this would have been a lot more awkward to explain. Remember how Marcus thought we were a CIA plant and this guy's lost his fucking marbles?
Yes.
More than Marcus? So, because we were like, oh yeah, I fell in a hole, he could just go like, that's such a dumbass excuse, but like, yeah, the matter pockets. Okay, I've already, because, you know, we've already been explained to by the chick as she was openly explaining it. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, the white matter nonsense. Sure, okay. It's just such a blatantly obvious thing. It's like, sure, I get it. So I think, yeah, if we'd come in the front door, this would have been a lot harder to explain through. He would have a few more questions, to say the least. The power sources that were damaged could have also shut down locks before backups kicked in. I think it's starting to make sense now. Also, fun fact, we could have figured out a lot of this had we explored. You know, before like going down the tunnel like you said, if we'd gone down the light, we could have found the backups and I think kicked them in earlier. We could have already had lights on and stuff. I mean, it wouldn't have done too much, but like, the more you save yourself at the start, the more you're kind of fucking yourself because you're like, yeah, I just did everything. Turns out, I repaired your facility by literally bumble fucking.
So it's a good thing that we didn't. I
mean, kinda. Again, I'm going off of some knowledge, but like, I just remember someone being like, he's like, oh shit, because of this, and we're like, oh. The rest of our crew's dead. It's over. We're on the last chapter. We're not finding him. So, what caused the experiment? Your crew hit one of our main power lines. I'm not exactly sure how, but no, that's what did it. You're trying to blame all this on me? The timing was unfortunate. So where the fuck is the rest of my crew? Your crew? Frank and Joe? They're gone. Gone?
Gone where?
They were annihilated by antimatter pockets created during the failure. Bright ball of light destroyed them. In the aftermath, all you could see would be a round hole in the ground. I shall say like this, like staring at yesterday's sports scores. My face crumpled in my hands. I suspected this all this time they were already dead. I think he's kind of bullshitting, because Joe, we know, wasn't annihilated. Joe was actually crushed. Joe's dead. Because remember, Joe was crushed, but so Frank is the only one unaccounted for. So if we hadn't called at the start, we could have called to call Frank, and then I think we would have found their bodies. So then when he's like, oh, they're annihilated by a ball of light, he's like, he's a lying motherfucker. So if there was anyone else on my crew, you don't actually fucking know. You are. But, you know, we didn't confirm anyone's... I think we confirmed Joe's casualty, maybe. But, yeah. But you kind of get the point, like, he did say, like, we've also heard, like, once they were hit by a ball of light, they were teleported, and so, like, you know, they were Gary's Mod ragdolled under them. That's basically what's been happening to people. In a sort of, with, like, those balls of light. Not the monsters of the creature, but, like, there's another monster that does, like, the anomalies. So there's the monsters, which we can fight, kind of, and then these balls of light, that they just hit you, it's like, oh, teleport Gary's Mod ragdoll. I sure hope you enjoyed being part of the geometry. Behind me, Joe lets out the beginning of a sob.
Damn it. Damn it.
So, now what do we do? Now it's time to continue. Now it's time to continue our work. Turn away from the instruments near the wall. Not yet. Not yet. Keep cool. We need to take him down, but we can't do it now. We can't rile him up. This guy sounds like a complete fucking lunatic. He's a lunatic that's accustomed to powering on with some type of advanced weaponry. So I keep my intentions unspoken. Assuming Barkdale is used to going unchallenged by people he considers beneath him. Seems like a cocksucker. I want to continue my work. Other researchers will eventually discover what we have, sure. I want it to be me. It's my laboratory. It's my experiments. The work I've led here will earn me my place in history. Quite frankly, I don't need to explain to you. On the surface, they'll struggle to defend themselves, so they won't know what they're dealing with. They have the necessary weapons. In a few months, who knows? The other side of the world's ready for me to help them. We'll go from there. He's back to us as he says this, walking through the far end of the chamber like some kind of distraction. Natalie takes the opportunity to whisper to us, "We need to hit that switch. It's the only option. We're seeing his murder. Treas genocide." She looks over to Strickland for her support trailing off. Strickland looks on the ground, clearly torn. She won't look anyone in the eye and makes an effort not to look at Barksdale. So we discover whatever instruments he's standing on the far side of the room. The dreamlike quality I experienced earlier is wearing off. Painkillers seem to be losing their edge. Strickland finally whispers his response. Oh.
Even if we decide that we want to hit that switch, Barksdale won't allow it.
You can figure. Fuck him. I got a gun. Now you can figure something out, right? Gun's my last resort. Oh. Treas. Treas. Did they die?
Wait.
Shoot.
Maybe you guys can make a break for it.
Where's the switch located?
There's an elevator on the hangar. Make it see later. The switch at the end of the tunnel.
Strickland never finishes. Two things happen at once as she speaks. Her mouth stopping in mid-sentence. First a loud booming noise ring out, and the top of her head seems to explode. Nothing screams in surprise. Then Jove and I jump back in shock as Strickland's body collapses beside me. Her phone Baxter is holding the screaming rifle. Now he's pointing it at us.
Well.
Oh, fuck. Barksdale's even crazier than Marcus. Just shot a woman that worked for her to keep her quiet. She won't have an issue with killing me. Now! No more whispering. No more statements. You three will stay in here. Get away from that door. If anyone whispers one more thing, I'll blow your heads off. I was racing to figure out a way to get through the secure door into the hangar. That, of course, was the fail-safe switch. Warden's gonna be a little bit of a piss, but baby, fuck you, cunt. No other ideas, or is there something I know to do well? Be a bitch. Man, Barksdale, you got a real big dick for killing an unarmed woman that you while you had a Gauss rifle, man. I bet you don't even know how to continue the experience without me, motherfucker. Because even me, Johnny Logger over here has better ideas than your goon ass. Congratulations, you killed the only medic on this team. I sure do hope that you don't get a fucking infection. Do you know medical practices? My man, I bet you don't. And what's even better, you have to keep Jove alive, even though she's a walking corpse right now, because she's smarter than you. No offense, Jove, but you get the point. My absolutely unhinged fucking rant having its intended effect. Barksdale's teeth clenching as he apparently gets ready to kill me because he really was that much of a piss baby. How did that work? How? In what way? You're a fool. You never slash idea how difficult the work we do here is. How advanced and world changing. Do we keep him talking or do we blow his fucking head off?
I think keep talking.
You scientists think you're so fucking smart, but you have no common sense at all. All the knowledge in the world is useless if you have no moral compass. You're so starting to lose control. Speeding intensifies. Think for one moment that you could do. As quick as I can, I raise my gun and fire. Trying to aim, I just fire at Barksdale's general direction. Barksdale takes off running as my shot misses wide. He runs for cover to the back of the room. That's all we need. Amy also fires a shot to keep him under cover as we head for the door. Natalie pushes the button, the door swings open. Barksdale will be on seconds. We dash in the hangar, ready to defend ourselves. Heave ho, let's do it. The final toss down. Also, yeah, Strickland was also, sad as it was, doomed to die. There was a lot of stuff I've tested. Not all everything, but there was a lot of stuff in this final run, area. She's basically fine. I don't think there's anything you can do with Save Strickland. All three of us run as fast as we can through the rows of barrels. Right away, though, Barksdale's gunfire separates us. There was a shot here nearby as I dive down and realize that neither Jove nor Natalie's near me. I hear Natalie cry from elsewhere in the barrels. Peering around the barrel close to me, I see Jove. She's crawling on the floor 2 rows away from me. She moves so slowly, I can't imagine how she's finding the strength to do even that. Stop all this nonsense. Good mind to shoot the fuel will kill all of you. It's then I realize I'm not getting away from this barrel. Not getting away from this barrel's would be our death sentence. Book it. Everyone run away. I could run. Bowden's already going to run. I'll tell them to run. Before I can do anything, a shock comes from the isolation chamber. It's immediately followed by a pinging sound and a massive wall of heat. I feel the heat before I feel the force of the explosion. There's several rows ahead of me, and I can still feel the physical push of it. I hear Jove screaming in metal. So the barrel explodes, and then another. I just could run back and help her, try to get myself clear. I don't have enough time to do either before the next round of eruptions. What should I do? In what fucking reality? In what world? My instincts help overcome my instinct. To help overcomes my instinct to survive. If I don't help them now, the exploding barrels will leave Jove and Natalie as good as dead. I start hitting their way. But not quick enough. Another barrel blows up between us and throws me back across the floor. Racing arms scream with unimaginable pain of deep burns as I'm lifted from the ground and tossed forward by the explosion. Slowly muscle myself up on the ground, trying to regain my footing. My body feels sore and begs me just to stop. I look back for Jove and Natalie. The scene is not promising. Neither seems to be able to move on their own. Jove is lying flat on her face, unmoving. Natalie's about 20 feet away from me. She's barely in pain, clutching her leg. And I can see Barksdale looking for a shot through the fire and evaporating like liquid nitrogen. I fire a single shot just to get him ducked down. Look back at Jove and Natalie and see the fire nearing the fuel barrels. I can maybe keep Barksdale pinned down long enough to pick them up one by one and help them back to the elevators. One barrel could blow at any moment. I only have time to save one. Maybe we can save both, but who do we save first? Who are we saving?
Dennis.
We're saving Jove. You're gonna leave Natalie to die? Possible. One of these is confirmed save. Maybe we've done it. Who's to say?
I still say Dennis because is the first friend you met.
Has an only child that she's the only parent of. Only child. 13 years old. On the other hand, I will raise that child. Would will raise the child like fucking Point Man in Fear 3.
Yep.
I'll raise them to be children. I take a deep breath and sprint back to the opening along the fire in the heat, where I start taking blind shots at Barksdale. Fires back only once more, and the shot goes into the ground, flames around me. One more shot in the reach for Jove. She's basically dead weight at this point. Very good. Almost too heavy for me in my wounded shoulder. She screams pain as I get her to her feet. I jog her back, nearly avoiding the fire and death, and I try shooting at Barksdale, but trying to aim the gun while carrying Jove proves to be too much. Barksdale gets a single shot off as around the corner where the elevator waits. I set Jove down. She's still unresponsive. Drenched in sweat, I kneel around and head back to get Natalie, only to make a single step before I see her. In my mouth to call out, but an explosion right beside her cuts me off. Shove hard to the left from the force of the explosion. Run to hell with Barksdale is firing at me. Give Natalie one last regretful look and then run back to the elevator and Jove. My nerves are drenched in fear and adrenaline. When I reach out and press the call button on the elevator, it feels like I'm watching someone else do it. As Jove and I step aside, the motors of the elevator squeal like dying dogs. It's an old service elevator, made of wood and metal, like something from a coal mine. The elevator slides down. The light from the flame gives way to complete darkness. Just me and Jove once again. Oh yeah, someone's gonna die by there, by the way. No, neither of them were coming out of that. It's more fucked up though. I think I kind of wish we had taken Natalie though, because I think she does tell you about her daughter, and it's technically you can go find her, but it's like, nah, technically I like to believe I'm gonna fucking point fear through it. Electric of how long the elevator descends, which I just tell due to lack of lighting, but let's go another 500 feet underground. The elevator comes to a stop with a shuddering clang, and I waste no time exiting. The tunnel stretches out with sparse white bulbs along the way. Most of the wall is made of raw earth and rock, but there are boards and concrete slide in areas used to reinforce the tunnel. There's a warning signpost on the wall. I want to read it, but not like I have much time. Yeah, we'll be fine. There's no time. It stretches down the tunnel, and it has to be flipped no matter what. Suddenly I feel the effects of the plane carriages again. Bed feels like a balloon and my bounces off kilter. Look up when I see the tunnel's ceiling is less than 6 inches over my head. Claustrophobia freezes me for a moment. This thing's not high. There's plenty of room for me and Jove to walk side by side. Our eyes are half closed. Looks like the first of passing out again. Hey, we're gonna be okay. Almost done. A little further, okay? She shakes her head.
I'm sorry, Wilson, but I don't think I can go further.
I'll lower her on the floor easily as I can and let her rest. I'll be right back. So she should be down here somewhere. Give Jove one last look and then start down the tunnel ahead of me. Look up ahead. I see a tunnel ceiling is less than 6 inches over my head. Freezes me again. So it's better than fixing the monsters above me. I wander then. I wander, walk into the darkness. Where will they come from? Is the portal still open? I keep walking into the darkness. Within 5 minutes, the glow of a red light from the elevator is diminished. So it's completely dark. I hold the gun in one hand and reach, touch the wall with the other. From the gun in my palm anchors me to reality, some sort of sanity. Not in some boundless abyss, but I'm still in the real world. For a little while longer, at least. I recognize that I'm marching to my end. As much as I weren't, it's not surprising. From the moment I saw that those creatures could do to space and time, just part of me knew that death was inevitable. Before I have time to wonder what will happen, I see a light ahead. It's nothing more than a speck of blue light, but in the darkness of the tunnel, it's like a lighthouse in a stormy sea. I slog forward as I strain to focus on the low light ahead. From somewhere ahead, I start to hear something that sounds like water, trickling faint, lightly like a leaky faucet, and that there's something that sounds like a wind. A light breeze through an open field and a voice. Anywhere else that sounded pleasant, but here in the blackness of the tunnel, menacing. Do we stay quiet or do we go towards it? Or do we speak up? What do you think? Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
Risk it for the biscuit. Whoever says I don't like it shouldn't have small space. Swears me out even more than the lack of response. I'm in my head trying to concentrate and realize I can see the tunnel walls now. It's odd. So I wasn't able to see them a few seconds ago. Just different from the blue light at the end of the tunnel. Then I see a slight shimmering in the air. Like a fucking weird. Steamed over after a shower. It's moving. Dancing there like an abstract firefly. It's not missing like the creatures that... So that threat is all. It's peaceful. Serene. I watch as the shimmer branches out and becomes 2, then 3, then 4. Sneak out different directions, tracing the tunnel walls. Are those shimmers the doors to other dimensions Strickland was talking about? Suddenly I'm surrounded by light above and below me and realize there's no avoiding it. The question is, how am I going through? Fucking feet first. As I step toward where the tunnel wall should be. When I do, the shimmering lights branch out even more, connecting in one circular form. As much as I don't realize that the tunnel walls are vanishing. I feel something like when a brief electrical pulse passed through me as the lights take me. The eventual pulsing sensation is someone know that I'm being expelled. I've passed through something. Maybe the lights? Maybe the tunnel walls. I don't know. But the shimmering light fades a bit. Still dancing in the air, but no longer large and branching out. As my eyes adjust, I see right away that I'm no longer standing in that dark tunnel far beneath the hangar. No idea where I'm just somewhere else. I'm terrified.
Oh.
The landline looks like hot coals. Drips and make cliffs breaking the landscape ahead of me. There's a wash of orange and blue overhead in the sky that makes no sense. It's both beautiful and terrifying at once. Hold on, bots. Scarier than what's happening. A scattering of stars hang overhead and makes me breathing. So much energy, as if alive. I can tell they're clouding in the sky because of everything about it. The colors to the trim of the horizon line seems to be amorphous. Everything is knitted together, living. I stare no longer and I can swear I feel the sky breathing. Far off to my right, I see what looks to be a pond of fire. It's been hit right with no source of fuel. Except the ground itself is creating the flame. Several more of the flames dot the landscape further out. They're thick and muggy. They're something horrible. I don't want to breathe in your feels. Even as almost there at all. It feels like that's one of the impossible breathings, but also for a stark horror. My mind doesn't know what to do. When nausea comes over me, then I might be sick. I'm not sure if that would be better to fight or give in. White lights that brought me here are nowhere to be found. Is anyone even here? Is there any way to get out? Let's check it out, fuck it. I continue looking around this nightmarish landscape and see a few of the unexplained odysseys. They're billowing flames in the distance. Like a volcano explosion, just some kind of slow heat crawling upwards that defies reality. Sound like some more fitting when I see the theme of vein like roots of the fire twisting into the ground and darting back in all directions. I get that sick feeling in my gut and realize my mind just needs something to focus on. Then I hear a voice. It's faint. Distant. I turn, hear it coming from one of the massive crevasses along the ground. Flat crack about 10 feet down, a very pale man lies on the ledge. His human being looks close to death. Some of a large pool of blood, and his left legs are twisted and torn in a natural way. As I move to the ledge, he looks and sees me. Help me. Please. His eyes are wide, although everything about him speaks of weakness. It's close to death. It's him or both. Who the fuck are you? I'm Dr. Connor. He tries to get out. I work at the facility. Please. Help. I want to know more, but it seems cruel to steal what looks like his last breath just to answer my questions. I'd love to, but I don't know where the hell I am or how to get back home. But it's a doorway. I'll take you back to the facility. Where the fuck did it go then? Come and go. I'll be back. Please help me. I desperately want to help, but there's no way I can reach him. It's just too far away. Or go like a pulse of fire. I don't think I can get to you. Stop. No, that's not what I need. He replies, his eyes are on my head, and at the moment I forget I'm still holding. I realize what he wants, I shake my head. Can you do that? Please. Thanks. I have those that came with me. Got dropped along the way. I'll be back. I'll not gonna kill me. That? That'll be quicker, a little less painful. I can't. Please, look at my damn leg. I'm dead anyway. After refusing him when I hear an all too familiar static sound from the crawls behind him. Another one of those shrill noises and marching of the monsters materializes up on the neighboring crevasses. 2 more come after it. The third, 5 and 10. Soon I lose count as just a few turns into a flood. So I understand the man's reasoning. A bullet would be a mercy. To the guns see that I only have 1 round left. I can use it on this guy, but now he's on him. Woden's vomiting raisin bitch. I don't need no bullet for myself, cause I won't die. I look back at the meeting once. You know it's the right thing to do, but my finger resisted. With a word of disgust, I left the gun towards his head, turned eyes away, and pulled the trigger. It was true. It was life suited to the ground. That's why I see the shimmers waving in the right direction I originally came from. Look back at the monsters to see they have now noticed me. Soon they began filling up the walls of the crevasse. Less than 10 feet separating us. Shimmers of white light within arm's reach. Someone that's reminding me of a fish in an aquarium. I'm sure I feel myself accepted by the wind. With the sensation of wind and grateful feeling of being pushed out back to this small facility. It wasn't come this time. This time I feel something else. I felt a tiny sensation that someone will drag me in all directions at once. It's one of those dark as there was somewhere else. It's not the darkness of the tunnel. This is the void. Oh shit, Sans is gonna judge me for fucking sins. Oh no. Oh no, he's coming. There's nothing. There's darkness around me. Everywhere. Nothingness. I feel nothing under my feet, nothing to my sides. I can't touch or sense anything at all. Don't even know which way is up and down. It's the way. I'm all that exists. As I remain there, I just hear silence. Not even the sound of my heartbeat. Blackness is so deep that I can't distinguish between my thoughts and what's real. I hear screaming, but I can't tell if it's someone else or my mind screaming to fill the void. Hoogity boogity, let's get moving. Try to kick and move my arms. It's not working. But it's not clear in what way it's not working. Are my limbs not moving? Or have they gone numb? It's impossible to tell. My body just become absent of all sensations. I assume this is a place that's strictly referred to. The place between dimensions. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Treas, but imagine Elder Gods. So, our version of the Void isn't this bleak, because the Elder Gods have started stealing, pieces of our reality. Like, they destroy everything, and then steal they're like certain horrible monsters in the Void working with this guy who wants more knowledge. So they don't understand how to gain that more knowledge, so they just start stealing bits of other dimensions and making basically eldritch Lovecraftian nightmares. So this is the Void when you're in our reality, when you're not near those pockets, and if you are, that means something else lives there. Oh no. Anyway, the place between dimensions. This darkness could consume me if it wanted to. Try to will myself out of it. To have those shimmering lights spit me out, but it's not happening. At this point, my mind starts to hallucinate. So I think it does. Those visions? My mind playing tricks on me? I can't tell. All I can do is watch. I can see the logging site and Tony's legs still pinned under the dozer. Oh no, we didn't know where Frank and Joe were. Okay, yeah, no, they were nuked by light. I feel a pang of regret that I left him in such a state. I see myself talking to Jove. He looks distraught, and I tell him that Tony's gone. The scene reaches himself. I'm standing between Jove and Marcus's gun. Changes skin to the shape of Marcus lies on the ground, still hell-bent on revenge even after I let him live. Mind, I'm sobbing as I shoot off Jove's hand, trying to convince myself as long as I save her, but she'll never forgive me. I try to let out a scream as Jove and I watch Natalie get blown apart by the barrel's explosion, but there's no sound. Just when I feel like I can't take any more of this, I see a man in that strange world, begging for death. Watch us take his life just before the beast reach him. All of these things are flooding in my mind. It makes me feel like my brain is vomiting in the midst of it all. This what's really important. The switch. In my mind's eye, I see the glowing light of the tunnel. Far ahead, the small distance. Focus. We got. Even if we're going down, we're taking the fuckers with us. We all go together. Focus on my mind on the tunnel and the image of that flickering light. The mental effort so strong that it's nearly physical motion. I make myself envision that little light in the tunnel as if it were right in front of me. With that, I feel the wind again. A light breeze seems to come from everywhere. Relief that I can only imagine feels like death. I move forward. Back again. Wait, so did all that happen? What the fuck? Whatever. I'm ejected from the void and suddenly standing in the tunnel again. A wail of triumph that turns into a bout of weeping. Weeping only intensifies when I see the light of the head flickering blue light. Sorry, how do I hear a crackling noise? I hope they haven't reached Jove. But it's too late to even worry about that. If coming this far, I'm not about to turn back. I feel like I can get a better read on where they are. I can just make a break for it. Fuck it. Fuck that. No, fuck it. I don't even know where they are. I don't even bother looking back. There's no time. So I run with all my might straight ahead. I focus on that little blue light ahead of me. Then when I see a different light, a white one, flickering in my peripheral vision. It's one of those shimmers that goes down to other worlds. It's like disappearing more frequently now. Sherlock's right, these things should reach the surface soon. Unleashing more of these fuckers. This thought makes me refocus on the blue light. The man-made light does switch. The blue light gets closer, and as it does, I can make out a square shape around it. This has to be me. The thunder static screams of the monsters. He's much closer now. Too quick. Grip the gun tightly, regretting my decision to use the last bullet in the man in the other world. It's like all to use it now is for a bludgeon. I run into the darkness. My eyes locked on the switch that as soon as it went to kill not only creatures, but me too. As I approach, I see a lever supported by a glass box that I'll need to break. The blue light is directly beneath us, like a series of tubes and wires that snake into the inner workings of the device. And the blackness, like a dark colored part of the machine, just like a hole in reality. It's a illusion. All the while, I can hear as the static creatures move, coming up dangerously close. I don't have much time now. Fuck it. Fuck it. I draw back the stock of the gun and smash the black box that that housed the liver. That shattering like music in my ears. I reached the liver. My hand grasped me. When I feel immense pain coursing through my body. It's like fire racing down my back, causing me to fall to one knee in agony. It's nothing. I could see it blast horrible static at me as I ready my gun. So then I get ready to use as a club. Try to strike. Monster bats the gun away rapidly into an S shape and falls if I swing its pinch at me. The stink of its touch forces my back inside the cavern. My face striking the wall hard. My jaw crunches and I feel the sharp pain comes to my head. The creature's upon me again. Its tentacles melt into me and I scream. Can't help it. I sound just like a wild animal. Try to keep fitting them off. Go for broken, try to focus on the lever. What do we do?
As I spring for the lever.
I pull the string from my legs. One of the monsters in front of me draws back like an eel-like arms to grab me. I pivot backwards. My back strikes the machine, sending agony rocking through my body. So thankful I broke the glass before this moment, before the coming violence. I stretch out and grab the lever. With one last desperate scream that shreds my voice, I jam it down. The hallway suddenly filled a flash of intense darkness. The space for the switch swallowing the matter around it. First, I'm sure this is the enemy. It's to consume me, followed by death. Another shimmer of dancing white light appears next to me. More of those streams of light rips into space like the ones that previously moved the ungodly world in the void. Nothing else to do but die. I try to escape into the shimmer. The shimmer of light envelops me with the expanding darkness as the switch is gone. I feel a huge push. Oh shit. Well, fuck. My body feels stretched, collapsing, like I'm falling in all directions at once. The world goes white, and then there are pinpoints of stars everywhere. One of them breezes directly by my right, and I see something that looks like a spiral galaxy distort in its folds. To my right, I see an endless stretch of stars and glass clouds forming some gigantic agriculture. Beyond the immeasurable beauty, I notice something. It's the same star patterns over and over, feeling like reflections in an endless mirror. Mirror. Oh no. This was all a Limbus Company prequel the whole time. I've been tricked. These different versions of the same galaxies, the same realities. Oh fuck, it is. To my left, I see a calm blue world. Barely make out trees. They're Kentucky trees that I've seen for the last few weeks. To the right, I see a copy. An orange world. There are trees there as well, but something strange, disturbing. Zoom by. I'm not sure how much control I have at this usual pace, but if I can direct myself, it's worth trying.
I say the blue one.
Thank you, God, Treas. Do you know how much you could have fucking fumbled it? This is the last decision of the game. If we chose this, we go to a nightmare hell realm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so the blue world was the right one the whole fucking time. And we're just like, yeah, when it said disturbing, the first time we played this and we beat it with our buddy, we were both like, in what fucking galaxy, my man?
How disturbing we talking?
It's like there are trees, Tress, but something is strange, disturbing. Or, oh hey, the Kentucky trees where you've been for the last few weeks. Hell yeah. The first time we did it, we thought to ourselves, what if we were getting a time loop? But that's not what's happening here. Thank God.
I wonder how strange the trees are.
From how it says, just like, you're basically remember that Fiery Hell Nightmare World? It's like that on cocaine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so, it's a good thing Woden didn't go there. Focus my mind on heading towards the blue world, not knowing what to expect. My breath escapes me for a moment. Things dark and peaceful, and nothing hurts. Nice. Home again,
And we're back to where we started.
With breath back inside my body, I gasp and open my eyes. Back at the logic site. How? I have no fucking idea. Did shimmers react to the implosion of the switch? Some other accident? Fuck it. I sit right up and become instantly dizzy. Jove! I started to think she survived whatever happened in that tunnel, but sort of certainly that gets me to my feet. I wonder if somehow make it back in time before we found the facility. What happens next makes me realize that can't be true. I start walking forward, I feel a tremor in the ground. So off in the distance I hear a metallic groan. The buried facility is being ripped apart under the ground by the activation of the switch. There's no way Barksdale or Marcus could have survived that, and fuck 'em. I stumble a bit when I do. I see above the first floor. Jove. Is she here? Did she get caught in the shimmers as well? I said I don't care and scramble over to her. Jove, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sight twitch behind her eyes. For the moment, it's good enough for me. On the left, there's a tangle of partially destroyed trees and woodland. I have smoke rising into the ground. Made it out of the facility alive. I suppose that's one important thing. Yeah, I think we also got Dennis out our first time, which we really want to get Natalie out and see what happens one time. I've never gotten her out. Oh, we got Joe. We did it. We got the lad out. The boy. The boy. The sky is beautiful, familiar, unobstructed by the trees that have been standing several minutes ago. Take my trusty hard hat. Goddamn right, trusty hard hat. And exhale, letting my body relax. It's finally over. Not sure how long it would take me to get back to some semblance of a life, but one thing I know for sure. Any day above ground is a good day. And that was like, I'm not sure how spooky it was, but it got me pretty immersed. Decided to take the painkillers. I imagine if you don't take drugs. I mean, I guess everyone wanted that pussy, dog. That single MILF pussy, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. But my boy, my girl Jove out there, mercifully killed the man and went home. Yeah, if you choose the orange one, you basically did all this shit to fumble it at the end.
I wonder what happens at the end.
I think I've looked it up. It's just depressing. Because literally, to see the good ending then of whatever choices you've done up to that point, you just have to play the entire game again. from the start, it's like, yeah, fuck that. It's just like you're in hell. It's not very compelling. Did I win? I don't even know if these guys have made any more games. I should check before we end it off for the night, chat. But yeah, I just wanted to do that really quickly. I thought that was a short little fun because I knew there wasn't too much more to Buried. But yeah, I figured there was about 2 more hours. But let's see, have these guys done anything else? No. At least not on Steam. I mean, for the only game they've ever released and being a visual novel, I thought spooky. I got immersed. I love their descriptions of the monsters and like the hell world kind of. I thought that like maybe near the end it got a little bit weird and too much, but I like the monster. Like once chapter 4 and most of 5 with everything of like we need to make a fucking black hole to stop the nightmare creatures, and you're like, yeah, I feel like that's about the only thing that could kill them at this point. You know, like I love how the monsters are. First, it goes from like these light beings. It's like, oh, you think they're angels, and then at one point there's scripts like writhing massive tentacles, and it's like, oh, spiders. And it's like, what the fuck are these things? Jesus Christ! Just doubt it. What are they, and how do I make them stop being? Anyway, yeah. Tomorrow we'll be doing Limbus Company. We'll be doing Don's story.
Indeed.
And, Treas, if you would like to join us in voice call with that at the same time, or having to do it before, or we go in solo, either way, we'll ask around that point. But I will see the rest of you there. I'm going to go grind that. I'm going to go fucking do the weekly mirror dungeon.
Indeed.
Anyway, later, mates.
Later.